Good morning, campers. Day 17. Hope you enjoyed that sunrise. I did. Man. Just out here in nature. I mean, we're only 3 miles from the, oh gosh, I am definitely going to turn this thing off. 3 miles from the NOC, which is the Nantahala Outdoor Center. I'm not an expert, but I believe it's like the kayaking mecca of the United States. That's actually their specialty. And all of us hikers, we just kind of crash the place. Not in a bad way, but they're right off trail, so every hiker passes through there. And then I guess they cater to us pretty well. They have lots of cabins and bunks, and they say they have some of the best food in the Southeast. Oh man, I got war paint on me. Playing with the fire. Made a little breakfast fire this morning. What a mood booster that is. Last night coming into camp, having a little campfire. And then relighting it this morning, sitting by the fire, having my coffee and breakfast. So, anyhow, so today should be pretty easy. Just 3 miles downhill to the NOC. There's supposed to be lots to see and do there. So the plan is kind of to go down there. And let me give you guys some of the sunrise while we're talking. The plan is to go down there and just stroll in, check out the facilities. They have great breakfast food, so we'll probably pig out, check out the outdoor center, and look at the resupply stuff. Then the big bonus is we are staying at a hostel tonight. It's called Gorgeous Stays, I think is the name of the place. And it's a hostel where they've converted several buses into lodging and shipping containers. We have a shipping container reserved, but it's decked out, set up like a nice small hotel room. I don't know, we'll see when we get there, I'll let you know. But after we spend a few hours at the NOC, we'll go to our hostel and just chill, relax, go through our gear, have an enjoying full Nero there. That's the benefits sometimes when you push on, is that you're, instead of having a 5, 6, 7, 8 mile Nero, push on hard the night before and get even closer. And like I said, we only got 3 miles and we'll be there. So it's going to be an easy day. So I'll show you the place when we get there. It should be fun. And then tomorrow we'll get right back on the trail. So we're actually shooting, got our eyes on Fontana Dam, Fontana Village, and then Gatlinburg. So we'll see how it goes. I'll check in with you later. Hey folks. So heading on down to the NOC. We got started at 8:30. Kind of a lazy start, but we got a lazy day today. So anyhow, I was sitting in my tent last night trying to edit up some videos, and I was looking at my shout outs to all my fire department peeps, and I realized I forgot a whole bunch, y'all. They're called support staff, or whatever. They have various roles in the fire department other than frontline firefighting, but they're all super important. My dispatchers, love you guys. That calm, reassuring voice on the other end of the radio when the stuff's hitting the fan. They get excited sometimes too, but when you're out there in the field and it's just you, or maybe you and a small crew, and conditions are not good, it's always nice to hear their voice. Hear them come back on the radio and check on you. You know somebody's got your back. Logistics. Rhonda and the gang. Yeah, you guys are incredible. I mean, you keep this entire outfit running. So you always took really good care of me. Made sure I had what I needed. So it was always fun stopping in the supply and chatting with everybody. So, and Rhonda, I have to find out when I might pass through your neighborhood, but maybe your husband and I can go get haircuts. Who else is there? Facilities guys. Davey and his partner. God, oh gosh, his name slips my mind right now. But Davey, I worked with Davey for probably 10 years, so. Davey always gets stuff fixed for us. If you needed to find them, just go look at Lowe's. You'd usually see that van parked there. So, anyhow, if anybody doesn't get a specific shout out, I mean, I'm still thinking of all y'all, everybody, but I wanted to reach out and touch those people today, the behind the scenes people. So, you guys are all great, love you. So there's just a short hike, but it's a short hike in amazing weather, downhill to a cheeseburger. So today's going to be a really good hike, and it's dedicated to you folks. So, all right, let me keep walking. It was only 3.1 miles or something like that, so I think I've already knocked out a mile of it. Should be there. In time for breakfast. Cheeseburgers for breakfast? What? Before I sign off, I'm going to switch over and let you guys have a view of this. This is heading down into the NOC. I don't even know what town. Oh, it's close to, I think, Bryson City, North Carolina. Or I don't even know. I know we're north of Franklin now. I'm 25 miles north of Franklin. So, all right, folks. See you at the NOC. All right. So I'm almost down, but I'm down in a valley. I just passed this. That's a shelter and a privy. So I thought it'd be a good time for some Hiker 101. Obviously this goes out to my non-hiker friends who don't know this lingo. And I don't. I'm learning all this stuff. So a shelter. Shelters, you've seen a few pictures. They're very sturdy. Nice shelters. Usually 3-sided with a roof over. Sometimes it'll have a little porch area or a picnic table even. There's generally a fire ring there. Standard shelter. Sleep about 10 hikers. Side by side by side by side. I mean, you're meeting your neighbors, trust me. And I'm going uphill. So they're not bad. They'll get you out of the elements. They're spaced approximately every 10 miles along the trail. For most of the trail, there's places without them. But they were good in the beginning. I was using them a lot. It's just my landmarks. I'd hike from shelter to shelter to shelter, getting about 10 miles a day. But then as you get your trail legs, you start pulling a 12 or a 15, and that'll put you in between shelters. So I'll talk about that in a second. Let me finish up on the shelters. So they're really nice, but the little animals in the woods have figured out that these humans hike in bags full of food to the shelters for them. So a lot of shelters have mice. They're not vicious. I haven't heard anybody getting bit or anything like that. But They do go to the bathroom all over the shelters. Most shelters will have a broom in them too. And when you get there, if you're the first one there, you sweep out the floor. You can see all the little pellets. Hate to see a black light in there. But, so yeah, if you decide to use one of the shelters, don't leave any of your food stuff anywhere near the shelters. So, the shelters generally also provide several campsites, flat areas all around the shelter. On any given night, there might be 5 or 6 people in the shelter and 5 or 6 tents around the shelter. Unless you're in the bubble. That's another hiker term. The bubble is that time frame pretty much from March 1st to April 1st, where people have chosen to start their thru hikes. For instance, the day I started, there was 30 people signed up to start that day. On March 1st, I think they said there was 90 people set up to start that day. So the bubble is starting. Still ahead of it. The bubble of people, I mean, that's like, imagine those 90 people all going shelter to shelter to shelter. That's going to be 90 people in a shelter each night. Yeah, it doesn't work. They try to keep it to a max of 50 people launching on any given day, but they don't restrict you. If you want to sign up, you can. They just discourage it. So, back to the shelters. They're nice. They can be useful. They usually have a privy. I think I've shown you a couple of those. It's yeah, they're interesting. A lot like a portalet with a view. But the reason why I brought this up is because my campsite last night and several that I've had, amazing. They're referred to as stealth spots, stealth camping. And it's just along the trail as you're hiking. You'll find a nice area that's cleared out. May or may not have a little fire ring built. Most of them are fairly established. Like you can tell people have been using them for years. They discourage you. You know, there's the hiker credo, leave no trace. So they discourage you from like creating new campsites. I mean, because every campsite does some damage to the environment, whether it's erosion or killing of the plants or whatever, scorching the earth with the fire rings, and whatever waste may or may not get left behind by the hikers. So yeah, I'm not out here blazing, bushwhacking new campsites. When I stealth camp, they're fairly established. I usually look for certain characteristics in a campsite. One being a good sitting log, because there's nothing like the end of the day throwing that pack off and sitting on a log. That's when you really start to appreciate everything that you took in that day. Whoa! Almost fell down there. Check this out. Yep. So now I'm going to try to walk across this without breaking my neck. So stealth camping is my preference. I got nothing against people. I like the peace and the solitude of a stealth campsite with just 1, 2, or 3, 4 members of your family. You guys can all relax, cook a good meal, enjoy the peace and quiet of nature. The shelters can sometimes be loud and a party type atmosphere. if you get the wrong group in there. So that's today's Hiker 101. Stealth camping on the Appalachian Trail. All right, I can see a road, folks. I think I'm less than a half a mile from the NOC. That's hiker lingo too. The NOC, the NOC, Natahala Outdoor Center. So, all right, closing up this Hiker 101. Let's get on down this hill and see what they got. Bye. Fire pits. The Adirondack chairs along the river. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's like a kayaking course. I don't know when they start doing that. It might still be too early, too cold, but that'd be fun to watch. Anyhow, we came down off of that, and we're here. We're gonna hang out for a while. Oh, look at that. Donut. Why's everything gotta be about food? All right, I'll check in with y'all. All right, I had to come back because there's just more and more of this place. That's the Rapids course. That is cool. This deck out here outside of the Big Wesser Riverside Bar. Don't know what time that opens. I guess I should have planned better. A little playground. Buses. They must bus everybody up the river or something and let them kayak back down to here or something. Treetop adventure nets. I also saw they had zip lining and several other activities. If I'm moving too much, it says Natahala Gorge, site of the 2013 ICF Canoe Freestyle World Championships. I knew they did some tournaments here. This place is pretty cool. That looks cold. But y'all know I'm gonna have my feet in there before we leave. So we rolled in here about 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, and the general store and the outfitter are open. Look at this. It's got my name on it. Oh my goodness. The general store and the outfitter are open, but the restaurant doesn't open until 11, which it's 10:40 now, so a few more minutes that'll open. Got the bad news that the Big Wesser pub doesn't open up until April 1st. That's some kind of cruel April 1st joke to any early starters. This river is just amazing. Looks fun if I was a kayaking type. I'd definitely give it a try, but we'll see. All right, y'all. Well, just gonna chill for another 20 minutes, and when that restaurant opens, I'll show you all what I get for breakfast. See you soon.
Still a good time in. It's 12
I feel sorry for you guys having
This
to
is our view on the dinner table.
I don't want.
Okay, as promised, for all you out there with the foot fetishes. Oh, man. That's good stuff. Soaking them dogs in a cold river. Just had a great lunch. Something called the Tail of the Dragon Burger. Just spicy jalapenos and pepper jack cheese or whatever. And then I even ate a few greens. Some green beans. Holy crow, my feet are freezing right now, but it almost hurts, but gotta let it go. We contacted our hostel. Whew, they're gonna send a shuttle driver to get us here in a little bit. But we're just chilling. Check out these chairs. There's K2. Oh. We've been in contact with a couple of our old family members. They're coming up the trail behind us, so who knows what'll happen. But for now, this is what's happening. Quick shout out to my Michigan peeps. Found me a Founders all day IPA on the river here. Uncle Mark, Aunt Susan, Ashley, Natalie, Mickey. Oh, the whole gang of y'all. Love you. Hope y'all are following along and enjoying the trip as well. See ya. Alright, here we are at Glorious Stays. They've converted buses into lodges. Shipping containers. This is where we're staying. That bus is a lodge, a little lodge. Stay in the chicken coop down there. They got a few more buildings back there behind the main lodge. I guess we'll go see what we got. Alright, here we are in the Superman cabin. Oh, does it come with costumes? Nice. You can dress up and go running around the campground later. Little twin. Some unusable tables. There we go, there we go. Oh, and two nice bunks, Batman and Superman. Cool. This is gonna work. It's gonna have to work.